My name is Joel Pettis, and I serve as the Interim Executive Director of the Immigration Resource Center of San Gabriel Valley. And I also am an executive coach and owner and operator of Apoyo Coaching. Navigating crucial conversations requires you or will require you to develop a strong sense of empathy. And the way you do that, one, again, it's valuing people for who they are. And being able to not only put yourself in their shoes, but walk in their shoes. Or at least visualize yourself walking in their shoes. And sometimes that means having experiences that are outside your norm. So if you are wanting to learn something different about another culture or about a particular ideology, is being able to realize that you need to develop empathy in order to do that effectively. And the way you develop empathy is really about getting to know people and their stories. Maybe not starting with why they believe a certain way around a particular issue or topic or candidate, but who are they? Like, how were they raised? Who are their families? I like to, I talk about or use this term called amigo leadership, right? Friendship leadership. It's maybe sitting around the dinner table or having or breaking bread together, where you're just having informal conversation, whether that's virtually or in person. To just get to know them. And I think that's how you develop empathy towards people, because you get to know them as individuals and what has shaped who they are. So in my case, I'm, first generation college graduate. I grew up in a low socioeconomic status neighborhood. I'm son of immigrants. Spanish was my first language. People don't automatically know that about me. So, right, there's that iceberg effect where you sometimes base your opinions on people because of what you see. But it's about getting down deep beneath the sea level to see what really shapes the person. And the only way you do that is by listening, by showing up. And I believe that goes a long way to helping someone develop empathy. So when you have to have a hard conversation, or when you disagree, it's hard for you to harbor resentment, because you know that I have 4 kids and I've almost been married 24 years and I love the Dodgers, and that's a huge thing, right? Because you value me as a person. So as managers and leaders, I would encourage you to really use what I was able to talk about to develop, one, for yourself, empathy, but also create a culture or a team dynamic that is going to also develop empathy for your team's members to have about each other. And that starts, again, like I said, around onboarding, but also modeling that as a leader. So how well do you know your team members, your employees? Have you gotten to know them, again, what's beneath the sea level? And so you can develop empathy, and they can see it happening, so they themselves start having these conversations, not starting with confrontation or conflict, but more about who they are as individuals and the identities they have and what they show up with in the workplace.